Hello, my name is Maarten, working at Bosch Building Technologies. Today I would like to talk to you about PRAESENSA, the Bosch public address and voice alarm system. So PRAESENSA is a fully IP-based public address and voice alarm system. And I would like to show you a little bit what the system looks like so you get a better understanding on what hardware components we have that altogether make the system. This is the PRAESENSA system, which comprises various modules which make the family. So what we see here is the system controller, which is responsible for routing the audio towards the amplifiers. Here we have the amplifier, which comes in a 4-channel or an 8-channel version. They provide 600 watts with dynamic power distribution, so you only use the power that you actually need in the zones. And here on the bottom is the multifunction power supply, which is powering the rest of the system through mains as also normal battery backup. System also comes with call stations. So this is the desktop call station. We also have a wall-mounted version, and it is featured with a touchscreen display. So the operator actually is guided by, for instance, making a call. The touchscreen display is giving feedback when the operator needs to speak. Whether the call is delivered successfully, the feedback is also provided. So if you want to have a better understanding, have a look at the complete portfolio, but these are some of the components that are building the PRAESENSA family. So now we have seen what the system looks like. I would talk to you a little bit about the core elements that are making the features of this system. So there are 5 pillars that are basically defining the sales value proposition. So the first one is that the system is fully IP and it is also secure IP. The second one is that it is using an effective power utilization to save power and utilize the power as good as possible in your system. The third one is high system availability, because we're also talking about safety systems. We always need to have a constant working system. And the fourth one is the user experience. So PRAESENSA is not only designed from a technical point of view, but it has also incorporated a lot of user feedback to make sure you have a system that is nice to work with and also appreciated by users. The fifth one of the sales value proposition is fully featured as a standard, which means the complete PRAESENSA family is basically one portfolio that allows you to build a fully EN54 certified PA voice alarm solution without adding additional components outside the portfolio. So the first one, secure IP, I would like to show a little bit what does that mean for PRAESENSA. We will have a short glance at this short introduction movie to get a better understanding.
Every device in a PRAESENSA installation is fully interconnected via Omnio, the Advanced Media Networking Architecture. This enables digital audio communication and complete system control across the entire IP network. Omnio is a flexible, scalable, and secure architecture which is based on proven technologies and open standards. Omnio supports audio encryption and real-time authentication across the network for added protection against eavesdropping and hacking. This professional-grade media networking architecture allows PRAESENSA to take full advantage of the benefits of secure IP. That means greater scalability for centralized and decentralized systems, and easier installation and better audio quality than any other public address and voice alarm system available today.
So now we have seen what fully IP-based and secure IP-based actually means for PRAESENSA. Next topic I would like to introduce is the effective power utilization. So we know from experience that often there is a mismatch between the installed system power and the actually used system power, and we tried with PRAESENSA to bring those figures as close as possible together so we are utilizing the system power to the maximum. Also there I have a small animation to show you how that works.
PRAESENSA adapts intelligently to connected loudspeaker loads, dividing the available output power across all channels to a maximum of 600 watts. Innovative load sensing allows PRAESENSA to maximize efficiency, which means less surplus power, less supply power, and fewer amplifiers are needed to cover the speaker's power demand. Each PRAESENSA amplifier includes a spare amplifier channel, which automatically takes over in the case of a failing channel. Compared with traditional systems, PRAESENSA uses around half the amount of amplifier power to do the same job. This reduces rack space, heat loss, and fewer batteries are required.
So since we are talking about a safety system, high availability is one of the things that are extremely important. So also here with PRAESENSA, from the core design of the system inside out, we already considered in the first system design that high availability should be part of the concept. So we have 5 different features inside the system that is helping you to avoid any single point of failure in the single system to make sure that it is always working properly. Also there we have a small animation to show to you how is that reflected in PRAESENSA.
PRAESENSA gives you robust and comprehensive security with a design created to ensure no single point of failure. All devices and network connections on the system are constantly supervised, as are critical signal paths and functions. In the case of a failing amplifier channel, there is an integrated additional spare amplifier channel which will automatically take over. Each amplifier channel has 2 loudspeaker outputs which are separately supervised and protected, ensuring uninterrupted coverage in all areas. Every system device uses dual Ethernet ports and will recover automatically should a network link break. To maximize system availability, each PRAESENSA device has twin power converters. These, along with the battery backup facilities, make the entire system immune to mains failures.
So now we have seen more the technical side of the system. So we have seen the IP infrastructure, we have seen the power utilization, and we talked about high availability of the system, but there is also somebody using the system. So there with PRAESENSA, we took a clear decision that we wanted to have a user-centric design, and for that we interviewed customers and we designed the system together with them.
We started in our project with a context of use analysis. This is the basics where you really start the whole user experience.
So we made interviews in several countries in different verticals with real users. Users were receptionists in shopping malls or hotels, but also professional announcers in airports and convention centers. We were surprised that we hardly found satisfied users.
With this insight, we found that this is a very important thing that we want to improve now, that we make our devices so easy and so intuitive that everybody approaching the device and also using it maybe only once a year still feels secure and knows how to use it.
So we came up with a couple of proposals, prototypes, hardware prototypes as well as software prototypes, and again went out to the users to let them test these devices. Controlling a PA system is a challenging task for the users. They might control the system in applications where they have 50, maybe 100 zones. So keeping the overview is key for the usability. After several iterations, we came to a solution which made our customers really happy.
So now we have seen how the user design was part of the design process of PRAESENSA, and we've seen how, for instance, making a call is now optimized through the feedback in the call station, which was inspired by what 2 users were telling us. But we didn't really stop there. We also want to make use of the PA system in a modern fashion. So one of the things that we, for instance, have done, we are introducing a mobile client which can connect to the PA system and allows, for instance, as you see here in this picture, that a retail owner could make its own background music, create their own ambience for his customers, maybe play some commercial messages or do voice announcements either through voice or maybe make some messages through text-to-speech. So a very modern approach towards usage of a PA system. So now looking at when we launched PRAESENSA, so we had different markets in front of us, target applications. So here on the left side we see target applications which are combining background music with announcements. Here we have more the area where you have the announcements only. And if you look at the segments here, going from small to large, we have an entry level, which is basically compact and easy systems. The smaller sized offices, education, some retail. We have here in the center, we have the mainstream applications, so usually a bit larger building, like an office building or a hotel, education facilities. Here on the left side, we have clearly the ambience and experience kind of application. So like cruise ships, shopping malls, fashion centers, casinos, where the entertainment element is important. And here on the right hand side, we have the larger systems, like in the transportation vertical. We're talking about airports, we're talking about railway applications, but also power plants, oil and gas. And if you see then where the PRAESENSA portfolio sits, so it's from the mid-range to the large range, where we are really covering from applications where you need to have quality background music up to applications where you care about the quality announcements being made. So since we have launched the PRAESENSA system in 2020, we see that it's actually receiving good acceptance by the market. So we sold already more than 400 installations. We have the first major airports that are talking about implementation of PRAESENSA in the terminals. We've seen the first railway and cruise ships customers, and also hospitals, university, shopping malls. We have already projects, and some of the mainstream projects like hospitals, hotels, sports facilities, offices, factories, these type of application, also PRAESENSA is being used. And while the install base of PRAESENSA is expanding, we're also enriching the portfolio. And one of the features, for instance, we are now introducing is the Ambient Noise Sensor. This is a new product which my colleague will tell you something about.
Hi, my name is Steven van Raalte. I'm product manager for PRAESENSA, and I would like to show you our newest addition to the PRAESENSA family, and that's the Ambient Noise Sensor. This one. Ambient Noise Sensor is used to make it possible to have AVC, that's automatic volume control in the PRAESENSA system. The Ambient Noise Sensor is used in PRAESENSA to facilitate automatic volume control in specific zones. And automatic volume control is very convenient in case of areas where the ambient noise level changes a lot. For instance, a department hall in an airport where you have, if there are a lot of people there, the ambient noise level is higher, and you want to make the announcements louder so everyone can hear them clearly. But if the hall is almost empty and it's very quiet, you don't want to have that these announcements at such a high level that it is annoying to the people who are there. Then it's very convenient if the level is automatically adapted to the noise level, and that can be done by measuring the noise level via a device like this, that operates per zone, and you can have a maximum of 4 of these devices to cover very large zones. The ambient noise sensor is connected via the Omnio network, so it is securely connected via IP, and only level information is transported on the network, no audio streams, so there is no risk of eavesdropping, and the network bandwidth occupied is relatively small. The device itself is also powered from the network via PoE, Power over Ethernet. In the AVC configuration for the system, you can adapt the ambient noise level, the threshold, the speed, the slope, and the range of the AVC. So you can adapt it to the circumstances of that area. Okay, the device is fit for surface mounting and for flush mounting. With the back box, it's for surface mounting, and you can mount it either on a wall or against the ceiling. And if you add some of the accessories here, you can use a cable gland to make it a waterproof device. Then it's IP65 rated. For surface for flush mounting, you remove the back box and then you have this device here. And also in this case, it can be used outdoors, by adding a gasket, a cap and the cable gland. And in this way we also have an IP65 rated device. The front panel, or the front cover, can be changed for a white one, in case you want to mount it on a white wall or on a white ceiling, so it's less visible. Accessories are delivered with the device. So this is the ambient noise sensor, ready and available for your projects.
So as you just have seen by my colleague showing you the ambient noise sensor, I would like to have a small recap on the PRAESENSA system. So as I mentioned, it's a fully IP-based system working with secure IP. It's a smart system that is utilizing the system power efficiently through dynamic power distribution. It doesn't have a single point of failure because it has 5 redundancy options built in the design of the concept design of the system. It's reflecting a user-centric design, so it is also nice to work with. And as mentioned before, it is fully featured as standard, which means all functionality required to build an EN54 certified system is all on board with the PRAESENSA system. So I would like to thank you for your attention in this introduction to PRAESENSA. If you would like to learn more about the product, please, I would like to encourage you to visit our website. There you can find more details, as this was only a brief overview. If you really want to understand the technology and really get into it a little bit deeper, then there are extensive webinars where you can really understand the technology behind PRAESENSA. Thank you very much.